Good evening, folks. It's your bro Richard, bro Rich here again. Today in this video, I'm gonna be doing something real special. So really special. Today in this video, I'll be talking to you all about one of the my coolest video game franchise that most of you have never heard of, but some of you might have. I've heard of this franchise for like a very incredibly long time, and I was obsessed with this. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, today's video I'll be talking to you about the video game franchise called Crash Time. So I'm a bit a fan of that. I played this game before, well, only the third one, and that was it. There's 5 of these so far. So today in this video, I'll be talking to you about the first one, which is called Crash Time Autobahn Pursuit. So before I start, make sure you all like the video, subscribe. So subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're literally going to make brand new uploads. All right. So without any further ado, let's begin. So, Crash Time Autobahn Pursuit 2007. Here we go. So, Crash Time Autobahn Pursuit. 2007. Here we go. So, Crash Time Autobahn Pursuit, which is also known in the UK as Crash Time 1, and in the US as well. Well, it can be sometimes difficult to like find the game in the US. You have to sometimes import it and whatnot. So known as Crash Time 1. And in the rest of Europe, that's Alarm for Cobra 11, or Alarm for Cobra F. So Alarm for Cobra F. F is like 11 for in German. And I've known this German police chase franchise, which I've seen a lot. It was just awesome. Like, this is brilliant. So, Alarm for Cobra 11, Crash Time is a mission-based driving game released for the PC in 2007, and Xbox 360 in 2008. A year after it was released for the PC, and a sequel to Alarm for Cobra 11 Nitro. It's based on the German TV series Alarm for Cobra 11, or Alarm for Cobra F, Die Autobahn Polizei, which is a long-running, popular German TV series about a two-man team of highway police or highway patrol, Autobahn Polizei, originally set in Berlin, the capital of Germany, and since 1999 in the area of Cologne in Germany, which is the largest city of the German state of North Rhine-Westphalia, and the 4th most populous city of Germany, with nearly 1.1 million, so 1,100,000 inhabitants in the city proper, and over 3.1 million, so 3,100,000 people in the Cologne-Bonn urban region. So it's based on the German TV series Alarm for Cobra 11, Die Autobahn Polizei, and features several characters from the show working their way through criminal cases set in fictitious versions of the versions of the city streets of Cologne in Germany, so Cologne, Germany, and the Autobahn in North Rhine, North Rhine, Westphalia, which is in western Germany. So North Rhine, West, I'm saying in German, Westphalia. The developers created a pathfinder to ensure that the AI vehicles don't always follow the same path during a pursuit. It's not received well by critics, with graphics and the plot being of concern. Four sequels have been released on Xbox 360 and through online content provider Steam. Which is a video game digital distribution service and storefront managed by Valve Corporation. So Valve Corporation. Developers are Cinetic, which is a German video game company specializing in racing games. So that's pretty cool. So developer, Cinetic, publishers, there's two. In Europe is known as RTL. It's known as RTL Playtainment. It's like saying entertainment, but taking out enter and putting play, and you get playtainment out of it. So publishers in Europe is known as RTL Playtainment, which I pretty much was familiar with, and in North America was known as Crave Entertainment, A.K.A. Crave Games. It's like saying grave, as in like a tombstone, like grave, but taking out the G and putting the C into it, and you get Crave. So in North America is known as Crave Entertainment. Engine is 3D landscape engine. Platforms are Microsoft Windows and Xbox 360. Releases for Windows was released in Europe on November 2nd. So 2nd of November 2007. So 2007. And for the Xbox 360, it was released in 2008 in Europe on the 8th of May. And in Europe, so it was released on Xbox 360 in 2008. In Europe was released on the 8th of May. So May 8th. So May 8th in Europe, and in North America was released August 5th. So on the 5th of August it was released in North America. Genre is driving. Genre driving. Next up, gameplay. The player assumes the role of one of the several officers in the fictional Cobra 11 team from the TV series Alarm for Cobra 11 or Alarm for Cobra F. So Alarm for Cobra F, Die Autobahn Polizei, a police unit in Germany assigned to patrol the Autobahn and other road networks. I'll be back. back. It took a bit longer than I expected, I think, but well. So, where's that? Gameplay. There we go. The player assumes the role of one of several officers in the fictional Cobra 11 team from the TV series Alarm for Cobra F, which is known in German. Alarm for Cobra 11, Die Autobahn Polizei. A police unit in Germany assigned to patrol the Autobahn and other road networks. The player usually takes the role of either Chris Ritter or Samir Girgon, but there is one early mission, Beginner's Luck, where the player takes the place of a contender. The officers are in charge with both stopping and questioning suspects about various criminal activities. The game presents the player with a series of fictional cases that need to be solved to progress. The cases themselves are set in 2007. So 2007. Next up, development. The game was developed for the Xbox 360 by Cinetic and published in North America by Crave Entertainment with a release date of August 5th, so 5th of August 2008. In Europe, the game was published by RTL Playtainment, a subsidiary of RTL TV, which is a German TV channel, RTL, and it was released on May 9th, 2008. The PC version was released on November 7th, 2007, using an improved version of the Crash Time Autobahn Pursuit game engine developed for Mercedes-Benz World Racing, which that came out in 2003 for the original Xbox, PS2, and Windows, and for GameCube it came out in 2004. And World Racing 2 was released in 2005 as a sequel to the first one. So using an improved version of the Autobahn Pursuit game engine developed for Mercedes-Benz World Racing. This came out in 2003, 2005, so on and so forth. Cinetic also developed a Pathfinder system to allow AI control, so artificial intelligence, like AI controlled vehicles such as trucks, cars, vans, and so on and so forth. Say AI controlled vehicles to choose their own routes to a destination so that no two pursuits are the same. According to Andreas Leicht, can't pronounce that. So Andreas Leicht, it's a German word, I can't pronounce that, but it's spelled Leicht. Can't pronounce that. Andreas
Leicht.
Leicht. According to Andreas Leicht, product manager at Cinetic, creating the Pathfinder system was the most difficult and time-consuming part. So time-consuming, time-consuming, so time-consuming part of the development cycle. The scenery runs at a polygon count of 1.2 million, so 1,200,000 triangles per scene, with a damage model based on physical impulses during a collision, so like during a crash, in which the vertex, which is in computer graphics, so geometry, so the vertex basis is deformed. Also, visual damage to the animated model is triggered if the deformation exceeds specified limits, meaning that the cars not only deform, but the parts can both break and fall off. City design. In other words, when you damage a vehicle, parts just come off, like front bumpers, side skirts, not side skirts really, but rear bumpers, hoods or bonnets, doors, windows shattered, everything. Also visual damage to the animated model is triggered if the deformation exceeds specified limits, meaning that the car is not only deformed, but that parts can break and fall off. City design for the game was based on real-life architecture. So real-life architecture using industrial buildings, inner city districts, and railway stations as models. Although the game doesn't contain an entire real city, the development team sourced several thousand photos, texture DVDs, as well as researching books and videos to obtain a real look for the city. Look for the cities. There we go. Next up, receptions, and this one's quite interesting with the scoring. So we got aggregation score. Aggregator, as always, is Metacritic. So reception, so aggregator is Metacritic. So aggregation scores. So score is 44%. And 44 out of 100. I mean, that's not bad, but I mean, it could be better. I mean, 50% could have been okay. I mean, somewhere in the middle, but 44% is not bad. So 44%. Now we got review scores. Publication. First, we're starting off with is Eurogamer. So Eurogamer 40%. So Eurogamer 40%. IGN 35. So IGN 35%. So IGN 35%. Official Xbox Magazine UK 40%. Cheat Code Central 60%. The highest is TGN 70%, and Xbox World 36%. So 36%. The IGN Xbox team rated Crash Time Autobahn Pursuit as So the IGN Xbox team rated Crash Time Autobahn Pursuit as one of the 5 worst driving games on Xbox 360, mainly referring to the German police setting to the game and the poor voice acting in the English language versions. You can also get it like with the German, like I said the words in German, but like you can get it with English as well. So, so the IGN Xbox team rated Autobahn Pursuit as one of the 5 worst driving games on Xbox 360. So on Xbox 360, mainly referring to the German police setting to the game and the poor voice acting in the English language versions. in a review for IGN by Ryan Geeds, I can't pronounce it, but Geeds or Geeds, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but it's spelled so it's spelled GEDDENS. There was criticism that what could have been an exciting game has been reduced to the I can't pronounce this word. To the mundane, there we go. To the mundane, spelled MUNDANE. So mundane. The difficulty curve was labeled inconsistent, with cakewalk levels being followed immediately by nearly impossible ones. So cakewalk isn't like easy, like cakewalk isn't easy levels. So cakewalk levels being followed immediately by nearly impossible ones. The cases mode was criticized as the player cannot tell how many missions are left until the case is completed, making the planning of a game season impossible. So making the planning of a game season impossible. So impossible. The missions have been described as both boring and dull, which I totally agree. Like it's a bit boring and it's dull with like the graphics and like how it looks. It just doesn't really stand out to the crowd that much. So yeah, it's both boring and dull. There was praise for the if you search up like the actual game and like how it's like if you see the gameplay of it, like you would see how terrible it looked. So the missions have been described as boring and dull. There was praise for the crashes, and it's been noted that the explosions are poor, but the resulting debris is a nice touch. Francis Clark. So Francis Clark of Ace Games, so placing the S with a Z or Z, stated that the graphics are not acceptable. So like unacceptable for a modern. So not acceptable for a modern game with texture. So game with textures, not standing up to scrutiny and a clipping effect when driving through fields. There's been criticism that the cars in the game pop up. There's been criticism that the cars in the game pop up. So in the game pop up, which is emphasized by the speed at which the player is traveling. And last up is sequels, and then I'll end it there. There's like 4 in total for the sequels. So first one is Burning Wheels. So Crash Time 2, Burning Wheels. which will be the next one. On February 27th, so February 27th, 2009, so 2009, IGN reported that a sequel to Autobahn Pursuit is to be released for under the names Crash Time Burning Wheels in Europe and Crash Time 2 in the UK and in the US as well, but it's quite difficult to get the game in the US because you have to like import it and whatnot, which is just a pain. So Crash Time 2 in the UK. This game will feature more open world environments where the first game is more linear. So the second one was a bit better because it looked a bit more modern. It was like better, landscapes and all that. And it was based in a city, which is pretty cool. So it featured more open world environments where the first game's more linear. An overhead map will be included for the first time in a series, as demonstrated in the demo available on Xbox Live Marketplace. New escort missions have been confirmed by the ESRB, which stands for ESRB Entertainment Software Rating Board, as has the feature that players can drive onto a field and plow into cows, which shatter into cartoony T-bone steaks upon impact. Which it does actually happen when you crash into the cow in Crash Time 2. Like pieces fly everywhere. Literally, I've seen videos of that happening. It was crazy. Doesn't matter what car you're driving in, it happens. Literally, it's just nuts. So new escort missions have been confirmed by the ESRB, Entertainment Software Rating Board. So rating board, as has the feature that players can drive onto a field and plow into cows, which shatter into cartoony T-bone steaks upon impact. So the ESRB has also commented on mentions of like drugs and shooting and whatnot in reference to the new escort style missions. Drugs, Grand Theft, like stealing cars, shooting, killing, and all that kind of stuff. So in reference to the new escort style missions, Crash Time 2 was released on Xbox 360 in Europe on November 27th, 2008, and on Steam on August 27th, 2009. Next up is Highway Nights. We have at the 2009 Tokyo Game Show, the trailer for Crash Time 3, known as Highway Nights in the US, premiered. This game features over 200 kilometers of road. I suppose it's like over 100 miles, 150 miles, I think, I don't know, of roads, and over 32 kilometers squared of playable environments, and the player has the chance to choose their own way to proceed through missions. For example, instead of simply blocking off an opponent, the player can choose to immobilize the vehicle in order to complete the mission. The story follows the pursuit and investigation. The story follows the pursuit and investigation into a terrorist unit. Crash Time 3, or CT3, features nighttime missions for the first time in the series. A single player demo was released on Xbox Live Marketplace on December 9th, 2009. So it was 5 days before my 4th birthday. Crash Time 3 or CT3 was released on Steam on November 25th, 2009, a month before Christmas even, and on Xbox 360 in Europe on November 27th, 2009, 2 days after Christmas in 2009. Also available on cloud-based gaming on live. It's like saying online, but taking out the N between the I and the E and replacing it with a V, and you get on live. Then we got Crash Time 4, The Syndicate. Crash Time 4, The Syndicate was launched in 2010, so in 2010, featuring new gameplay and plot set in the city of Cologne, Germany. CT4 or Crash Time 4 initially impressed with an Xbox 360 demo. Well received, but was marred by negative critic reviews and a delayed release date. So a delayed release date outside of Germany. This game is the best-selling game in the series. The last one is Crash Time 5 Undercover, and then I'll end it there. So Crash Time 5 Undercover. So Undercover was released in late 2012. So 2 years after The Syndicate was released. So Undercover was released in late 2012. So late 2012 as a sequel to Crash Time 4. The game hasn't been released in the US, but has been released in Germany. And that is it, guys. So for my next Crash Time game will be about burning wheels. So I've done a bit of it, but there's gonna be more on that soon. Don't worry, I'll do more on that. For now, I'll take a bit of a break. And so yeah. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so that'll be it. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe, have a great evening, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So, gotta go. So I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe, have a great evening, and have a great day tomorrow morning, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So yeah, I gotta go. Take care, folks. Stay safe out there. So take care, folks. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys soon. Good night.